So the sports landscape has changed tremendously over the last decade. I think the real impetus came through the introduction of IPL, or the Indian Premier League, which actually revolutionized the private landscape of sports in India. Post that, the success of IPL, which created an ecosystem for the sports industry to flourish, a lot of other Me Too leagues came in. There's ISL, which is for soccer, that came in. Then came in badminton league, there was table tennis, and now you have like wrestling, you have kabaddi, which is done really well. So what it has done is it has created an ecosystem, which is great, because the sports industry was like India, which is considered a silent elephant, which is a sleeping giant. Well, guidance is key. I mean, and guidance comes from the kind of faculty you have. And I think in India, traditionally, we stress a lot on curriculum, and, we spend a lot more time in the classroom. Sports is more about being outside the classroom. So I think the more and more time the students will spend doing internships, doing actual practice and working hands-on, and the kind of guest lecturers that have been lined up for the course, which include actually industry veterans, people who've worked hard in the industry and toiled hard and made their mark over the last 10 years or probably even 20 years in the sports industry. They will bring in that practical approach, and that will benefit the students a lot. Well, I'll be definitely be participating, and one of the approaches that I will take is to bring the practical learning that has happened over the years in my experience, which is of 20 odd years in sports industry, and bring the best case studies that have happened globally. I think so. It's going to be more of an interactive, practical approach rather than a lecturing approach. So it will be more of a case study bound approach rather than people studying theory books. What it did, it gave me a different perspective, because there was no industry in India at that time. So it gave me a different perspective. It gave me basically it immersed me into the sports industry and gave me a perspective of how it functioned. Well, it's a combination of various things. It's a combination of events industry. It's a combination of brand and marketing. It's a combination of finance and economics. So it's all plowed into one. Though you call it like general management, but there's a lot more expertise, and sports requires a lot more human touch than any regular industry, because you're not marketing a product. You're marketing or working with human beings, and that's the key. And you're working with emotions, and to manage that and run that, the course trains you, and then you actually go and practice that in your internships. So I keep stressing internships are the key. The more you work, the more you learn, and I think from that perspective, my course gave me that perspective, and it helped me a lot grow and gave me a base to get a great job. So I think that's where it all started.